Some of these clowns talk about it, but see, I lived it. When that cell door opens, the talking's over. Ain't no guns, ain't no drive-bys. Get your knife. Straight hand-to-hand combat. Peace, blessings, and salutations. My name is Yurima Karama, coming to you with another segment of Voices from Behind the Wall. One of the things that I wanted to do with these segments since we've restarted is I told you I wanted to get into more personal cases and personal interactions that I've had with people, just so you kind of get a knowledge of kind of what goes on behind the wall, because basically I'm giving voice to the voiceless, the people that can't speak out. And, some of the issues that I'm going to tap into this particular year, I want to kind of hit all areas. So, you build friendships with men behind the wall. You kind of align yourself with people who are kind of, on your same page, and you see who the idiots are and the clowns, and you try to keep your distance from them, especially if you have hopes of making it home. But you get into, you live, and you talk and you debate and you become friends to the point where sometimes you have to calm people down. They become your ear, or you become their ear to listen to, because sometimes you don't have people on the outside that you can reach out to and talk to. There's so many times that, we have a saying behind the wall, out of sight, out of mind. And that's kind of how sometimes people carry you, while you were out, especially if you were doing good, people are there, they want to be up under you. But as soon as you take that fall, and I think it's even like that sometimes with military people who go overseas. You're overseas for an extended period of time, and if you don't have those deep roots with family and friends, sometimes it's like you're out of sight, out of mind. You're forgotten. Well, the same thing is in prison. So we tend to have to lean on one another. So, case in point, I got a partner. We'll call him Charlie. So Charlie, he's from New York. He's worked part of his life, but he got into the drug game. And with Charlie's case, Charlie had 4 daughters, all successful. And Charlie told me, he said, man, I sold drugs. He said, but, the proceeds that I got from that, I used to put my daughters through college. I used to, to support them. So he's got a daughter who's a doctor, daughter who's in real estate, daughter who's a psychologist. And I can't remember what his 4th daughter is. All beautiful women. They're doing their thing, making a way. So they come up to visit their dad, and this kind of says something about him. So you might not believe that all the proceeds went to his daughters and putting them through college and all of that. I don't know. You kind of go on what a person says, but some things speak for themselves. So his daughters came up on a regular basis to see him, and they would fly in. At the time, we were in Georgia, and they would fly down. They would fly down from New York. So this one particular time, Charlie was cool with a young guy. And Charlie was an older guy. He kind of took the young guy up under his wing, and was, kind of mentor / friend, to where, the young guy kind of looked up to him. You get wisdom from the older guy. So it was that kind of, they kind of had that kind of relationship, like you're older, kind of a mentor to him. So Charlie goes on visit, and the young guy is, he's on visit with his family. Charlie's visiting his daughters. The young guy is, visiting his family. So during the visit, in certain visiting rooms in the federal system, you can kind of get up, you can walk with your family, go to the vending machines, buy things. And so some words are exchanged. So later on, some words are exchanged with Charlie and the young guy that he's mentoring. I see Charlie later on the yard. I see death in his eyes. I can tell by the way he's moving, and you kind of see, especially people that you mess with, that you deal with, you can tell body language, because we watch all of this. So you have to always be on point, because prison is that type of environment, especially when you start talking about high security, high maxes, that type of thing, U.S. penitentiaries. So I see death in his eyes. So I'm like, hey, Charlie, what's up, man? You know? And so he's like, man, he said, Urema, I don't even really want to talk right now, man. I'm going to hit this kid. I was like, wait, hold up. What's going on? And so he's like, look, man, he said, I'm out on visit. And he's telling me now, Charlie and I have talked about the young dude. He's fond of the young dude because he thinks the young dude, has potential to do some great things with his life, especially when he gets out of prison. So he says they're out on visit. They go to the vending machine, and the young dude kind of pushes up and says, man, your daughter's is beautiful, man. And Charlie's like, oh, man, thank you. And then he says, man, you should let me put this dick on him. And so I'm kind of stuck because, first of all, I don't have any children, but if I did, I don't know how I would respond, because it's like, so I'm thinking maybe he might have made a mistake. Maybe he might have misheard the young dude. So he's like, no, Urema. He said, man, dude said, yo, you need to let me put this dick on your daughter. I'm like, so now Charlie's got his knife. He's going to stab the dude. Dude probably don't even know it's coming, because he don't think he said anything wrong. So I said, Charlie, look, it's the younger generation, bro. It's the younger generation. This is how they talk. He was like, nah, man. He said, how? He said, nah, man. You can't come to a father about his daughters. Like I said, but Charlie, it's not like it used to be, where you knew how to really court a woman, where you knew how to really talk to people. I said, I said, look, people are in prison, most of them for a reason. And so communication skills aren't always the best. I said, sometimes you just got to give a person a pass, man, because they know not what they do. I said, man, don't jack your time off, because of this. There's a lesson to be learned in this, and if you want me to talk to him. And so he was like, no. And so that kind of, severed their friendship, mentorship relationship. But it was just like something like that, man. You're in the visit, having a nice visit with your family, somebody that you're cool with, that you think you're cool with. And he's just like, trying to get on with the man's daughter. But it's like, just simple situations like that. And at the end of the day, it's not really too simple, but it really is. But just something like that, where it can just change the mood from you having a fondness for a person to you wanting to kill them for disrespect. What can you say, man? And fortunately, I was able to see Charlie before he went to see this young guy. I was able to talk to him. And trust me, the conversation went much longer than what I'm giving you right now. The conversation went actually for a couple hours till I was able to convince him, put the knife up, man. Put the knife up. It's really not that serious. You need to focus on making sure you get out, because you got something to go home to. You need to focus on, the fact that your daughters love you enough to even come up. Don't put yourself in the hole and they have to see you like that, or they transfer you somewhere where your daughters can't get to you because it's so far away. And so we had that discussion, and it was just like he calmed down, but their relationship was severed after that. So Urema Karama, Voices from Behind the Wall. You can, again, you can connect with me. I don't like, for those that know me, I don't like the word follow, because I think that, everybody has their own, their own unique leadership thing. So you can connect with me on Facebook, IG, Twitter. Go to my webpage, www.yurimakarama.com, to keep up on my, my dates, my performance dates and locations where I'm going to be at. I do the spoken word poetry. I have 2 albums out right now, you can find them on Instagram, Twitter, or Instagram. No, you can find them on Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, CD Baby, Bandcamp, as well as a host of other different music outlets. That's My Testament Volume 1 and I Am the One. So look those up. I'm working on a new album right now. Also working on my book, which is slated to be released later this year, titled Belly of the Beast. So connect with me. Let's get up. Yurima Karama. Peace, man.
I'm on one. Give you the treatment. Represent to a further extent. It's the first volume of my testament. My testament.